Hey YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? I have just finished the very last episode of Chainsaw Man Season 1. And damn, that was a strange ending. To say the very, very least about it, man. But damn. We'll jump into it. There's a bunch of stuff that I want to discuss and all that stuff with. As for the petition, like, I don't want it to be reanimated. I want the story to be more oomph towards the end. Like, I feel like it needed a bit more oomph in it, but we'll get there anyway, so. In the last video, I totally forgot to mention that Aki got himself a new power. He went to the, was it the time demon? Something to that degree. But yeah, he can see a few seconds ahead into the future. Just enough for him to be able to be like a badass. And if he uses it right, he'll never ever have to be defeated again. As he'll be able to see everything coming at him. As long as he uses it right, because if you use it badly, then you're still going to get killed regardless of what you do. And that's what allows him to be able to dodge so well and to attack so well at the very end of episode 11. And then going into 12 now, we have him like getting strangled right at the end, right? And he remembers Himena. He remembers her eye patch. He remembers her, how they came up together, how she helped him, like tried to make him smoke when he was underage, and it allowed him to calm down. The ghost demon, which was her demon, opened her hand to him and gave him the cigarette that she went to give him when he was a kid, or when he was underage to smoke at the very least, and that brought him to his senses. And he remembered what she said, that he had to relax in order for her to be able to, in order for the ghost demon to be able to see that you have to be relaxed, you have to be at a place where it can't sense you, because it relies on fear to know where you are, and as long as you're not scared of it, then it'll never hurt you, which is kind of awesome. And yeah, he just walks underneath, over the top, and just slices the demon's head off, like ending everything to do with Himeno in a way, kind of putting his thoughts and feelings at peace in a certain way, or in a random way. And then we move on to Power, who just goes on a rampage against a lot of zombies. And then we have, of course, the Denji versus the samurai sword demon person. And this whole thing was that all built up because at the very start, Denji killed those Yakuza people who was like a grandfather, and all the zombies at the start, they were all basically people to the Yakuza, and that's who the samurai dude is. He's like part of that whole group that was his grandfather, and we get the idea. And so they have their final confrontation, and Denji now has feet chainsaws, which is kind of sick. Maybe he got that recently with all of his training that he's been doing. I'm not quite sure on that, but it's interesting to say the very least about it, man. That's kind of awesome. Just to see the way that he's like using new tactics and just split him in half, man. But the final nail in the coffin, him and Hayakawa or Aki, just literally having a game, like, because that dude's tied up with his hands behind his back and he can't do anything. And because he's the one who basically was the initiator for Himeno, like, getting killed or being disappeared from the world because she sacrificed too much of herself towards her own demon, that they had a game where they would kick him in the nuts enough times, and whoever could hit him the hardest to make him scream the loudest would win. And that's how they kind of took revenge and everything like that on him for Himeno. And they're kind of like bringing their bond a bit closer, bringing their bond a bit greater together. Like, I love the story of this. The story is beautiful. It's just the bit after that we get it all explained, of course, by Makima, and we get all that sorted, so we know what's happening, we know exactly why it happened and all that stuff, which is cool. And we have enough of the Gun Devil bits. I think we got 1.48 kilos of like Gun Devil parts in that one building in order for them to be able to hunt the Gun Devil properly, which would be a season 2. But like I've said from about midway point, man, this season was just to gauge it. To gauge how the popularity would suit whether a season 2 would be worth doing, and it would, as it kind of foreshadowed everything, as we have the dream sequence with the little Denji and with Pachita, and you know, just like having him still hearing Pachita's voice inside of his head, having the dream where they're still friends, where he's not gone anymore, where it's not his heart, and just it was creepy, like proper creepy. Then we have like, the thing I loved about that sequence was that at the very background, at the very, very, very back, you could hear the chainsaws. That was kind of cool. That was kind of foreshadowing what he was to become as a child in the dream. in my opinion anyway, man. But that's so cool to see. So cool just to see that all come together. And then we have the musical sequence in the middle-ish, like in the middle towards the end, should we say. And then we have like Aki smoking for some reason. And then a woman like talking about danger at the very end, who we don't know who that is or why that is. Is that some kind of family member? I don't think so. It's been a while since I did the first episode, but I'm pretty sure his family weren't a thing anymore. That's why he was contracted to the Yakuza to keep alive, and so on and so on and so on. And then he got rescued by Makimo, and so on and so on and so on. So yeah, like, I enjoyed it. It was a very, very good season. Like, it had action, it had violence, it had a lot of depth, emotional depths within it. But I wish that last episode hit with a bit more boom. Like, I kind of wish they added a little bit more to it, but I guess, like I said, there's only so much you can do within 12 episodes. There's only so much of the manga you can cover. And maybe they couldn't quite get up to a place where it would have been even better, but this was a good stopping point. It kind of helps us gauge where the series could potentially go. And we all know we're going up towards the Gun Devil. The Gun Devil is most likely going to be the final piece, the final key to all of this, to the manga itself, but I could be mistaken on that too. But like I said, I still don't trust Makima. Nobody seems to trust her in higher authority. In that sense, like, they know she's up to something, but what, we don't know just yet. But I want a season 2. But I'm gonna react or read the manga like on video format. So I'm gonna go like volume by volume or chapter by chapter, or you know what I mean, and just go that way, and maybe just go from like number 1 and go all the way through. But I'm not starting with Chainsaw Man. I'm probably gonna start with the manga Uzumaki. So yeah, I'm gonna keep up a whole bunch of like manga and anime content on the channel. Might be on a weekly basis. It might be a bit more frequent. I don't know just yet. I want to see what other anime are coming out in the next seasons and stuff, and I did react to Bleach a bit, but like, I want to have Bleach in my own time. That's my childhood, you know what I mean? So I kind of stopped doing that, and then yeah. But yeah, this was interesting. Like, I wish I had more of an oomph, like I said, but there is so much intrigue in there. There is so much that you want to see about it that it makes me want to watch more. It makes me want to have that season 2 come out, and I think that's the most important part, regardless of whatever petitions or whatever BS people are trying to put out there. I think it was a very well done season. Yeah, it was a kind of letdown, like, slightly at the end, but that's neither here nor there. It happens sometimes with anime in that sense. Like, I wish for more, but it happens, man. It's whatever, but still. Either way, such a sick season. Like, I enjoyed it, like, every week. It was just awesome just to have it, like, come into full fruition and to come into full thing, and then just to enjoy it and appreciate it and have just something to watch every week, which is kind of sick, man, to be fair. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed, man, and enjoy the season. Let me know what you guys thought down below, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Until then, everybody, have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.